If you're considering getting the DJI or the RØDE Wireless Mic to help you create your content, then I'm going to do a head-to-head audio comparison in every scenario I could think of so you could make a better decision. So let's get into it. I'll play you clips recorded by each mic for 6 seconds, one after the other. They'll all be clearly labelled. It'll be better if you of course wear headphones so you can hear that really clearly. Now for me, one of these mics was a clear winner and I'm going to be keeping it. So stick around to the end to find out which one.
What we're sharing with them is a proposition they cannot deny. It's
WIS, they're able to train me and give me that opportunity to help my clients.
We've got the receiver attached to the camera and we're in a controlled environment. There's no external noises. A controlled environment where we haven't got lots of external noise around us. And I'm going to leave it in gain assist. Fantastic solid case that carries the charge and you just charge by plugging into the back of that. In the box we do get a nice case to carry it all in, and it does all fit in the case. They very neatly sit in side by side. It's nice and windy out here, perfect opportunity to try the dead cat on the DJI mic. So I'm just going to now walk away from camera. So it's nice and windy and we're going to try out the dead cat on the RØDE Wireless Mic, and I'm going to walk away from camera. Hopefully now you're starting to hear the difference between the two mics. I'll play another couple of clips, but just add a voice isolator a couple of seconds in so that you can see how it vastly improves the audio. Again, I'll clearly label when the isolator kicks in. It's starting to flash as soon as I take it out. If it's red, it means that it's recording. They also vibrate, which is rather nice. As you can see, the receiver fits nicely on top of the camera. The clip also doubles up as a hot shoe mount, so that just slides on there. You may have heard I was getting a slight whining noise on the RØDE, but the isolator did get rid of that. The thing I like about these RØDE Wireless Mic is they're nice and small, they're easily portable, you haven't got loads of buttons to mess around with. The standout feature of course is this gain assist, and I think that's quite a superpower. It's quite unique within the market, and I think for people that don't want to fiddle with loads of buttons and they just want to be able to rely on this working well, then I think it definitely does that. You do have to of course make any adjustments through the app, and I think once you kind of know your normal recording environment and you've set it accordingly and you don't have to fiddle with the app, then it's an easy run and gun solution. And I think also the build is pretty reasonable. I would be worried about dropping it on concrete floor. I think these will crack, but I think if you look after them, they'll be absolutely fine. These clips are nice and strong, and it did seem to work quite well. I did get some noise interference which I could clean out, so I don't know if that was just in that particular environment. I was slightly noisier, I found, than the DJI, but not a deal breaker. My only dislikes with it, I think, is you have to run cables to connect it to mobile phones and to your cameras. So this is fine clipping this onto a top of a camera, onto the cold shoe, hot shoe, that's fine. On mobile phones, you've got to rely on clipping it on top of the phone, or you come up with some other way of magnetizing this, and you've got a magnet on your phone and you could clip it on. That'd be a good solution. I think for the price, it's really good. It's currently about £156, 156 US dollars. And I think for what you get with having the mic on both is really good. And to be able to do a second recording or to record yourself as an interviewer, I think is great. It's just a shame they haven't put a port on here for a lapel mic. So if you did put a lapel on the Talent, then you'd want the same, otherwise the audios wouldn't match. So I don't know how much I'd really use that. I guess it's quite handy if you're syncing your camera to devices, then you're getting good audio coming into the camera. But that's how I feel about the RØDE. With the DJI mic, I really do love this nice solid case that it comes in. They did work really well straight out of the box. Pulling them out, they're connected immediately. Personally, I like to have this display showing, and I can tell the charge of these right there straight away. You can have these different connectors all in one case, and also that the connector that you're using mostly, that you'd have attached to the receiver, stays connected in the box. I think that's a lovely feature. I think the build quality on this is very, very, very good. You feel like you've got a really good quality product, and it is more expensive, but you do have two independent mics that both record as well, and I think that's quite a standout feature. And it is more expensive. It's £289 or $289 compared to the 156, so you are paying a premium price for this, but I think it depends on your usage. You might not want to have all these functions that you might worry about adjusting. For myself, I quite liked being able to just come in here and make quick adjustments depending on how I'm using these mics, whether it's just clipped on and self-record or whether it's on a phone or on a camera. So I thought that was quite useful. My dislikes with this is this record button here. I keep pulling it out and just touching it and pressing it, and it starts recording. They do vibrate when they start recording and when they stop recording, which is actually a really useful feature. You can turn that off if you don't want it, but for me it was really useful having that. I haven't kind of worked out how to lock that, and I suspect there is a way of doing that, so with a bit more investigation. Was my only real main kind of gripe with this. Apart from that, remembering to take the extra cable with you, but then that's the same as the Rode if you want to connect it to your camera. The thing I do like also is that this will connect straight into your phone without any cables into a mobile, so that was really nice, and it seemed to balance fine on a gimbal. I didn't have any issues with that, so that was great. So the big question, out of these two, which is my clear favorite when we weigh that all up? Well, it's the DJI mic, and for these reasons. The transmitter and receiver link straight away. It's charging while it's in this box, and it's all securely stored away here. And I love this all-in-one design. I like the fact that you can have a backup recording on these. You can record to two devices, and you can easily access all the information here and all the adjustments and all the settings. So I think this is much more a professional piece of kit, where I'd say this is more prosumer. I wouldn't not recommend the Rode, and I appreciate that this is a lot more expensive, but for me, I think I can certainly use this in any professional environment, as well as for myself as a run and gun tool. So this is the one that I'm keeping. So if you want to see an individual review of either of these items, you can go to the audio playlist over here, and there's also other videos in there to help you do audio editing that you might find interesting. I wasn't sent these items. There are affiliate links in the description below if you wanted to purchase any of these, and it helps support the channel. And please subscribe to the channel here, show me the love, and I'll see you over there.